Last week, we introduced you to a new program called Team Up to Cope with COVID. It's a free service to help reduce the stress we are all under from the pandemic and its ripple effects. Mind Hack videos feature pro athletes from the Steelers and Penguins and pop culture icons helping with coping skills, and the online components offer other helpful tools as well. This first video picked up thousands of views since we released it last Friday. Today, a new Mind Hack video is just out featuring Jerome Bettis, and we'll show you some of that just ahead. First, though, we are talking about other skills and drills to cope with COVID with Dr. Carla Chugani, Assistant Professor of Pediatrics at the University of Medical Skills. Good morning, Doctor. And you're talking about a coping skill called Give. What is that, and how can it help us?
So give skill is a skill to help improve and maintain our relationships. And it's really simple to remember. G stands for be gentle. So just be gentle with the person that you're talking to, because this is somebody that you care about. I means act interested. So listen to the person, listen to what they have to say, and act interested in what they have to say, even if you're not. Validation is the V in give, and that's just letting the other person know that you hear how they feel and that, their emotional experience makes sense in some way. And E stands for use an easy manner. And that just means that you should smile or use a little humor or help soothe the other person along in some kind of way that's appropriate to the situation. And the thing is that this is a challenging time for everyone. Tensions are running high. And so it's just really important to remember that we're using skills that promote healthy relationships right now, and that we just use a little bit of extra gentleness and ease with one another as we're trying to navigate tensions together.
Well, and one of your points, too, is about the effectiveness of getting through situations and kind of letting go of some preconceived notions that we may have.
Yes. Absolutely. So our skill of effectiveness is really all about doing just what's going to work in the moment. And so when we think about using coping skills to get through this type of situation, one of the things that I want to highlight is that sometimes people think that coping skills are really designed to make us feel better. And so if you use a coping skill and you don't feel better immediately, then you might think, oh, maybe this won't work for me. And the reality is that feeling anxious or upset in a situation like this is absolutely normal. And so coping skills can be used to help you feel better, and they can also be used to help you tolerate some of the uncomfortable feelings that you might be experiencing, just getting through the moment without doing something that is going to perhaps feel good in the short term, but make the situation worse in the long term.
And I think this is something that we're doing here on Pittsburgh Today Live by showing something good videos, things that are happening in people's neighborhoods. But you say to look for the silver linings if you can.
Yes, and looking for the silver lining is actually a form of gratitude practice, and it's a way of actually training your attention to focus more on the positive. And so small silver linings can be just really simple, small things that you appreciate about your life right now. So for example, I have actually reconnected with colleagues that I don't normally get to talk to that much. And that's been wonderful to reconnect virtually with lots of people in my life that I don't normally have time to talk to.
And Dr. Chugani, I think something that you said to me really sticks out is that you're not going to feel 100% of the time. Right. These are going to help us get through certain moments, but we're not going to feel good all the time.
Right. And that's a really important thing to remember, that, when something upsetting happens, the normal human response is to feel upset. And so if we have an expectation that we're always going to feel good, then we're going to be disappointed. And so what's more helpful is to focus on a balance between doing what we can to feel good or feel better, and also having some skills that we can rely on to accept reality as it is in the moment, tolerate times when we're feeling uncomfortable or scared or anxious.
Well, thank you so much for joining us via Skype, and we appreciate all of your helpful tips.
It's my pleasure.
And to learn more about these and other coping skills, you can look for the Team Up to Cope with COVID website, where you'll also find today's Mind Hack video featuring Jerome Bettis. And thanks to Embrace and its partners for helping us all get through this together.